I want to record a video to show you how you can use WriteFlow to pretty much break down any topic into a bunch of things, including a book, some ad copy, more about your audience, a content plan, advertising campaign, sales page, and let's see how long it takes us, right? It's really good to have a bunch of different things here open. So it's really good to have a version of ChatGPT open here, just so that you can use it if you need. But also just starting with a topic. And the topic that I wanted to start with is using AI to increase your business podcast audience credibility and revenue. So I want to basically go deeper into this and give the audience, which is business podcasts or people that are looking to start up podcasts for business, a way to use AI to actually do the three things that they care about the most. And these are the three things that most podcasters have, probably all podcasters have. And it's the same one that we start with. It's the same one that we continuously want to increase. So audience credibility and revenue is the three things that we're after. So let's start with the topic. We have the topic here, and then we'll go into WriteFlow and go do me some keyword research on this. And it'd be interesting to see what it returns back to us. And I'm also curious about what keyword clusters it uses. So here's the keyword research using WriteFlow AI is a keyword cluster, followed by a keyword, followed by search intent, title, and then meta description. So if you're doing this on your blog post, you'll use Yoast. Is a really good tool that is free for your blog post for SEO. And your title and your meta descriptions are already written for you. So for this topic, your keyword research is done. It's also really interesting that it only returned 3, because normally it would return way in the keyword research that it does. But let's just talk about these 3 elements here. It's done some keyword research. But what I really want to do as well is keep that selected and do me a book outline to give me an idea of what different topics I should cover. Hopefully that goes deeper into this. But what is really fascinating are these keywords that it has clustered at the bottom together. So this could potentially become hashtags, but there is a hashtag menu in here. But okay, so it's done the book outline. It's picked a title using AI to take a business podcast to the next level, increase audience. It also broke down 15 chapters, which is really cool because I've got 35 tools that I already have on how to make your podcast or use AI in your podcast. So this is really cool. Okay, so it's done that. Now, what I also want to do is copy this. So just come down the bottom here, paste it, and say, what if I wanted to write a whole course, right? So Podcaster Flex, course creator. So I want to create a course on how business podcasts hopefully can use AI to increase business credibility and revenue and really see what it returns. So depending on how big the script is, it's really interesting how long it takes to run the script in the background. But you don't want to run multiple scripts if running script is working during WriteFlow, just leave it and let it do its thing. It'll come up here as finished running script, I think is what happens when it's done doing its thing. Another thing about Flow is you're way better to copy and paste a new instructions below previous instructions. So we've done keyword research here. We've done a book outline. We're doing course outline here. So instead of having this line up the top, you saw how I copied and pasted it down the bottom. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so it broke down the course and it gave me modules, things to do, the video script, and it's gone into much detail for 5 modules, 6 modules, and it's given a project plan. Really powerful if you're using WriteFlow AI is to use the course. Okay, so now I'm also going to copy this again, come all the way down the bottom and say, okay, this is really awesome, but can you write me some ad copy about using AI? I'm curious to see what this returns with. So Facebook ad copy. Okay, so it's finished running that. Really interesting. It's given a head, the body copy, the call to action, the image that you should have, and the target audience. So young adults, I'd actually change this a little bit because I know that this might be 20 to 54 interesting podcasts, business or AI technology. What I want to you'll see me doing this in real time. So hopefully you can do the same. What I want is I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about it to this target audience. And what I want to do is I want WriteFlow to brainstorm my audience's why stack, which is what is my audience's fears, aspirations, problems, pain points, like what are they trying to deal with, what kind of mistakes they're going to make. So let's see what that returns. I'm super curious. So if you notice, there's a flow here, right? So I started with a topic and I started to break it down, first doing some keyword research. And then if I have to go into detail, right, if I wanted to write like SEO articles and stuff like that, I already have here Harness the Power of AI, which is the title, right? Harness the Power of AI to increase your business podcast. So I could go deeper by doing that, but we'll see what it returned with the Y stack, which is so powerful, right? What are the pain points? Time, accessibility, cost, quality. So it's gone in and done this, but it's done this from, I think, the perspective of who is the listener, which will without difficulty. So the listeners of the podcast, right? And this is really relevant for someone who is, what's the word? Someone who is, you're listening to your podcast, right? This is like really good Y stack analysis on who someone, but that's not really what I'm after. I'm after this again. So forget this last part. Maybe I don't put the target audience there. Curious to see what this Y stack looks like. Okay, I have to be honest, like one of my most favorite tools of WriteFlow is actually the customer's Y stack from the WriteFlow menu. If you go under research, flex, and then brainstorm my audience's Y stack, it's like literally my favorite thing. Fascinating. It's already done. It's done a bit of research who it thinks this audience is, but also given pain points, which is now more accurate than what it was before. Fear of the podcast not being able to, like, this is on point, exactly what I wanted. So I made a mistake by adding an extra variable of audience, target audience, and I think it messed it up a little bit. So these are really interesting things to see in real time so that you don't waste time when you're using it. So we have Y stack done. Then is a content plan, right? So we can just select that and then go here into creating a content calendar. But what I really want to do is create an advertising campaign. So what I'm going to do is come down the bottom here and say, hey buddy, if you were to create me an advertising campaign on here, so generate using AI advertising campaign. And also a really good one to use, a really good tool to use from WriteFlow is AQs, especially when you're breaking down a topic, right? So if you notice, this is a topic that I've been breaking down over the last 10-ish minutes. And I started with that one line and I'm going through this list. I'm here in an advertising campaign. So it's finished running that. What is it? Amazing. So advertising campaign, key messages, viral slogans. It's like, this is really powerful. So it's given a timeline, what to do, in what order, and then any activities that need to be done. So when you think about the power of WriteFlow, it's like, it's really your assistant to doing a lot of things that maybe it's hard to hire for all the time, but just having a sounding board. And now I have this open, which I haven't used, but there's different ways to use this ChatGPT Plus on the right-hand side while you're using WriteFlow on this side. Let's keep going, right? And go, okay, if this is my topic, what was next on the list? A sales page. So if that's my topic, I want to create a sales page on that. So let's come here to Podcaster Flex and generate a sales page. Okay, a couple of seconds later, it's generated a sales page with a headline, a question, followed by a little small thing, the features, benefits, unique selling point, common objection. So that's, again, like really powerful, what is possible using sales letters and checklists. So I'm going to do headlines and checklists. Sales letter, you know what it is. Just like use the same thing to write a sales letter to say, hey, come and join this thing. Again, that is in Podcaster Flex under generate sales letter. And you can use all these different ones in different ways. So make sure that you get a chance to use all these different prompts. It's so powerful. Brainstorm 10 ideas on something, stats. But what I want to do is generate some headlines using this. So here's what's really interesting right now. When you think about 18.24 minutes, we've taken a topic and broken it down. proper in a way that you can actually do something with this. And also you have a whole bunch of headlines that it creates. Now you can go one step further by saying, okay, I really like this one, copy this, whoops, paste this here, and then go generate 20 more headlines from this tool is extremely powerful in what it can do, from generating different prompts that you want to redoing some of the headlines, and you can keep going in perpetuum to make sure that this is happening. Then the last thing I want to show you is checklists. So I want to write a book, right? My new book on this. Actually, I think my previous one is a way better. So using AI, let's see. So new book on using AI. What I want you to do is come here and just give me a checklist. Be my project manager and tell me, okay, if you're going to write a book on using AI to increase your business podcast audience, credibility, and revenue, what would the checklist look like and what would the project management? We even have actually when you generated your advertising campaign, it's created this timeline. So you could go in here and say launch of AI-powered podcasting campaign and then ask it for a checklist. Then you could copy increasing engagement through social media and YouTube for 2 months. Give me a checklist. So here's a checklist: AI, research, brainstorm, outline, content, editing, promotion, launch. So it's broken this down and told me exactly what to do and in what order. I hope you enjoy using WriteFlow because this is like crazy awesome. Yeah, talk soon.